Right on cue.
This the War Report coming live every Tuesday at 7 with Steve, Cat, Ryan, Amanda, and Eric. And the voice of NEW, Vince Berry. Hitting all the topics like a clothesline flurry. Turn up your speakers and hear them out. You can listen from your car, even on your couch. They too raw, who NXT? Handing out SmackDowns, follow on IG. Plus, it's sponsored by Tag Me a Date. Go to YouTube and sub now for every update. It's all wrestling here. No safe space. Now listen in. Time to hear from some of the greats.
I'm still hot, knock your shell off. I'm pretty stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business. I live this assortment. I win this.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the War Report After Dark. A little more somber version of John Cena as his time is up. It's over. He is retired. We're going to break down our views on Saturday night's main event and what took place in that main event, along with Monday Night Raw. So we got a lot to break down. Vince, welcome to the show. I was telling Al I wasn't sure if you were going to make it because I saw you had some big things going on in Glastonbury.
So yeah,
action.
I'm now doing trivia Tuesday night. But here's the thing: I started at 7, and then it ends right around 8:20, 8:30, and then it's 20 minutes back. So fantastic. I might be cutting it a smidge close, but you know, as they say, it's about that money. Yeah. Money. No, I'll definitely make it, even though I might be skating in right when the music kicks in, but I'll be here.
It's all good. Listen, if we have to do a little more lengthy intro, then we do a little more lengthy intro. It's not a big deal. So let's get right into it. And I kind of want to start backwards. I think we're going to do that. I think we have to get right into John Cena because I read a lot of the comments in our group. And then, of course, social media and TikTok and everything else. And I will just give you my point of view, and then we'll go into it because I think I have a little bit of a different take. So, on one hand, John Cena did the right thing and he lost. Okay, I mean, traditionally, that's what you do. On your way out, you give the rub to your opponent.
Right.
So I kind of saw that coming. We talked about it for weeks. I was going to be surprised if he went over, just because that's just the type of guy John is, right? And he wants to pass it forward. And I'm just torn about the tap. Now, I will say this. Everybody shit on Triple H. The crowd, for me, the crowd ruined the end.
Oh my God.
And this is where the different take comes in. And I know it's going to be a little controversial, but just let me give you my point of view. All right. If anyone out there thinks that Triple H is the one that made that decision, is out of their fucking mind. Yeah. John Cena had 100% control over this final year. He chose who he wanted to work with. He chose who he wanted to be from NXT. He is the one that made the decision to tap. It wasn't right. Triple H. I guarantee you Triple H said, finish the way you want to. Part of me says Gunther, as great as he is not that good of an actor, and I don't think he realized that John was going to actually tap, because if you go back and look at him at the ref, he's like, did he really just tap? Did he really tap? Kind of thing. So
because it was a terrible tap. Like that's one of my problems with it.
Well, now look at it from a Star Wars point of view.
Oh, I've heard this for the last 3 days. But it makes
sense to me.
From the Star Wars?
Yes, because when Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan knew it was coming and let it happen in the end and smiled and he went off. It was kind of the same thing. The camera zoomed in. They knew Cena was going to do it. He smiled. He did the soft tap like, it's my time to ride off into the sunset and give it to Gunther. It was a battle. It was a great match. And I think it was the longest match Cena's had in a long time. I think it went 50 minutes, the actual match itself. The match itself was great, hard-hitting back and forth, a lot of false finishes, which just made it exciting. You had those points where you thought you were going to get Super Cena, but in the end, like, do I think it should have ended in the tap? That's where I'm still torn. Like, they could have done the 3 arms and just let him pass out. I would have been good with that. But for people to shit, like to boo Triple H out of the building and you fucked up chants and all that shit.
Can you imagine a retirement match for John Cena ends with you fucked up chants?
And it ruined it because then they played the tribute video, which that whole was thing, great. But it was weird at that point because the crowd was so turned off.
And then Cody and Punk got in the ring and gave him the belts, and he's like, "Guys, do we have to? Do this right now?"
He flat out said, "I don't want to be doing this right now," and he did it anyway. And it's like it ruined it. And I still stand by that. I don't agree with everything Triple H has done booking wise since he took over, but for those people that think it was Triple H, I guarantee you it was Cena's decision.
Yeah, so but unfortunately, it came at the end of a lot of bad decisions in the last year of Cena's.
Now that I don't disagree with. That I don't disagree with.
Because here's the thing: if he didn't lose to Brock, if he didn't lose a bunch of matches along the way, if John Cena had a nice winning streak,
losing to Brock, it's the way he lost to Brock.
Yeah,
because he got annihilated.
Right. So losing to the big, muscly foreign-looking guy, you know what I mean? It's like the same. It's shades of losing to Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? It's like losing to Ivan Drago. It's the same kind of character. I don't necessarily agree with the tap. I understand what everybody's saying, but here's the problem that maybe John Cena didn't factor in. There were 20,000 people in the building who weren't watching TV and couldn't see that he was smiling when he tapped out and we did the light tap. So they didn't understand that. The commentary didn't say anything about it. In the lead up to the match, there was never anything indicating that John Cena was accepting that his career was over and he was riding into the sunset. Everything was, I don't want you guys to forget about me when I leave. I want to be the last real champion. I want to never give up. Like, the thing that really bothers me is that they took a picture of him meeting some little girl who's undergoing chemo and she's completely fucking bald and he's wearing this never give up shirt and then he goes and taps out in the main event. I'm like, I hope you told that kid beforehand. Otherwise, like, every kid with chemo is just going to rip it out of their arms after John Cena taps out. Like, it sent the wrong message that the never give up guy gave up. They did the 3-hand thing. And then he got his hand back up. So they didn't do the pass out. But then they went back to it and they tapped out. Well, if you were going to tap out, why didn't you pass out if you were going to tap out 2 minutes before that?
I think people would have reacted differently if that was the case.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so torn. Like, I don't love the idea that he did the tap, but I understand it. And I just feel like the crowd ruined it because they got so involved in the booing and blaming Triple H when in the end, John Cena's choice.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this was a culmination of like the frustration of the fans being dicked around with the heel turn and the this and the that, and then he's not a heel, now he's a baby face, he's the world champion, he loses to Cody. This back and forth pull and push booking that has been going over the last year of Cena's career, and they limited it to like 36 dates. They really hamstrung themselves.
Yeah, we talked about that last week because John Cena openly said he was willing to do the whole year. And they said no.
Before Saturday night's main event, why is he not on Monday Night Raw face-to-face in the ring with Gunther, the guy that he's facing?
Right.
Like, the whole thing didn't make sense to me. I pitch something? They spent the whole match with the sleeper. I think, first of all, John Cena never even got to put Gunther in the STF, which would have been a nice little callback to him tapping out to Jay. Be like, oh, he tapped out to Jay. Will he tap out to Cena? Or when the sleeper wasn't working, he should have put Cena in the STF because he did it to LA Knight, but he didn't do it. He just used the sleeper. This would have been my call. Everything is exactly the same. They do the 3-arm thing. John Cena shoots his arm up. He doesn't pass out. He gets up. He tries to fire up, but they have one of those moments like Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels where Cena's like, huh, you fucking got me. And Gunther does a big overhand chop, knocks him down, picks him up, power bomb, pins him. And then afterward, when everybody's thanking Cena in the ring, he can go, hey, Gunther, you might have beaten me, but I never gave up. And it's, he still lost, but he didn't just go, like it was the babyest. You got caught in the knee, like it was just a baby tap. I just didn't like the baby tap.
And that was the other thing too. Like there was no moment with him in the crowd afterwards. Like he didn't say anything. He didn't grab the mic. They did the package, which the timing for the package was just horrible because the crowd was just so pissed off. I mean, it was a great package. I do like the fact that they actually included one small little part of Vince McMahon, which kind of surprised me.
That was him, Cena's parents and Vince McMahon were the only 2 times Cena like teared up during that whole thing.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, whatever you want to say about Vince McMahon, all of which is probably true, there would be no John Cena without Vince McMahon or Stephanie McMahon, quite hononestly.
They gave him the chance.
If it wasn't for Stephanie, telling him to go out and start rapping because they were going to release him, and then he turned into this John Cena that we love today. But Al, you've been quiet. What do you think with all this?
Well, I was trying to jump in, but you guys were so excited. I was just going to let you guys.
I was thinking that I'm like, we should go in order. I was like, Al's going to go next. I'm going to back up.
No, it's all good. I arguably, this is the worst ending to a retirement match in the history of wrestling. It was just, I mean, it was awkward. It was an awkward.
You're not wrong.
For the, arguably the most iconic guy one of the most iconic guys to ever lace these boots up or them sneakers, whatever he wears. But yeah, it was just bad, man. It was just like, I'm not against him losing, right? He should lose.
Right. Same.
I'm with tradition. He should lose. But the way we got there made absolutely no sense to me. Like, why did they do the 1, 2, 3 with the arms, but then did he tap out? Like that, it made no sense. Like it really made no sense. How does John Cena tap out to him? Some may say it's not right because it's John Cena, never give up. I think I wasn't against the tapping out. It was just the way we got there. So I don't have a problem with him tapping out because it's okay for him never to tap out and actually tap out to somebody more dominant so late in his career that could just, pass the torch and keep it moving with Gunther. And I truly believe Gunther's going to be the new legend killer, right? Like he's already taken.
Well, they're already promoting him that way. And I will say,
one thing, him, AJ next seems to be.
Well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. We'll get to that when we cover Raw because I got something for that. But I think the other thing that this did more than anything, it has now given Gunther that nuclear heat. I mean, this is a guy that had to be escorted out by police because there were threats being made to him by the crowd in Washington. He also had security at Raw, from what I understand. So he's getting nuclear heat, which is great. I stand corrected because last week I honestly thought that this may lead to a Gunther face turn, but I don't see how you can do that anytime soon.
No.
I just think going forward now they have to book Gunther the way they booked Brock after he ended the Undertaker streak. Like he just has to be an absolute monster going forward because he is now retired Goldberg. He has retired John Cena. And there's probably 2 more coming. And we'll get into that. But I think he is your new legend killer. That's how they're kind of portraying him. And we'll talk more about Gunther because that's how they kicked off Raw. But again, I thought the match itself was great. It just the end was just questionable. We got Jassim over at YouTube. I believe John Cena did not give up. I think he tapped out to pass the torch. That's what you're doing in this business. I mean, so there is that side of it too. That he's kind of passing the torch over to Gunther. Then he has a little bit about Jey Uso with a crazy interview. Everybody thought he was drunk. He was drunk. I saw the video more than once, and he was definitely drunk.
Yeah, there was something going on.
It was hilarious, but he was definitely drunk. Just seeing there's only one legend killer, Randy Orton. Well, and eventually it's going to lead to a Randy Orton-Gunther feud because he's starting to use the whole legend killer thing. Right. But that just means Randy Orton's going to lose to Gunther because I just think now Gunther, he just doesn't lose anytime soon.
In retrospect, maybe it's okay that he lost to Sammy. And maybe it would have been okay if he took a pinfall to Jey at WrestleMania. But the fact that he tapped out to Jey fucking Uso at WrestleMania and then tapped out John Cena 6 months later makes absolutely no sense to me. If you knew Gunther was retiring John Cena, there's no reason you haven't tapped out to Jey fucking Uso. Come on.
The world of professional wrestling, my friend.
But the math doesn't math. You know what I mean? So in kayfabe,
they're
Jey
using Steiner math.
I know, but Jey Uso is now better than John Cena in wrestling like kayfabe math. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, but one victory doesn't make him better than John Cena.
Yeah, but he tapped out Gunther and John Cena couldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
this is how
we are
people
talking
are looking.
about. We are in wrestling age. We are talking about 98-year-old John Cena.
I mean, yeah,
that would never happen to prime John Cena.
It's like
dog years. I mean, that's true. I mean, listen, you see John Cena, he can't even stand up straight. So, but I want to now go back to the beginning. I want to say this too. This was one of the best Saturday night main events I can remember, to be honest with you, from an actual show standpoint with the matches, because I loved what they did with the NXT talent coming up. And that obviously started with Obafemi, Cody Rhodes. And here's what I'll say. First of all, Obafemi on SmackDown cut a great promo with Cody. Great promo. Didn't skip a beat. The aura that he came out with at Saturday night's main event was like somebody that's been already on the main roster. That match was great. The only thing that pissed me off is that I wanted it to go longer.
Yeah.
So we're still doing the Drew McIntyre effect. And unless you're going to give him the fucking belt, like, what are we doing? And like, enough is enough already. Like, why is this still continuing? On one hand,
he's that guy.
I get it, but dude, like, enough is enough already. It's every fucking match. But it is also a way for Obafemi to not get pinned.
Correct.
And look strong with Cody, and then helping Cody take out Drew in the end. So, I mean, overall, I thought it was great. I'm getting tired of Drew McIntyre.
Don't you mean Cody get pinned? Because Cody was getting the bricks beat out of him.
I think if the decision going in was Cody was going to win, it would have been a different type of match. But I don't see that Obafemi was going to go over on Cody Rhodes. This is Cody Rhodes.
I think I would have loved that, actually.
I'm not saying I would have been against it. I
think it does nothing to Cody beating him, but it does everything in the world for Oba to go over.
I think Oba did everything he needed to.
Yeah.
But, and I agree, but I think Cody has enough goodwill to have, especially in a non-title match, to have Drew interfere where the ref doesn't see it, knock out Cody, and Obafemi gets the win. And then if you still want to do the we both attack Drew McIntyre, raise each other's hands thing after the match, that would be great.
Right.
That's true too.
If it were, or here's the other thing. If it was the second or third match on the show and it ends in a DQ, Fine. The first match, Saturday night's main event, everybody's all energized. Cody comes out with that song. Obafemi comes out with that friggin' walk that he does, and it ends in a DQ with Drew McIntyre running out. Give me a break. Like,
I mean, I wasn't thrilled with the whole DQ situation, of course. Like I said, I wanted it to go longer. I thought it was a great match. I am just like, unless you're finally going to give Drew McIntyre the belt, like, it just seems like you're just continuing to bury him more and more and more. And,
it's weird.
You know?
Because, I mean, think about it. He's been on such a bad streak. Going back, 2 years? He won the title at WrestleMania, immediately lost it on a cash-in. He lost feuds to Seth, Cody, and Punk along the way here. I mean, he's picked up wins against guys like LA Knight and shit like that, but like he's basically just there to be like,
he's Razor Ramon.
Yeah, that's the phrase that keeps coming up in my head.
He's Razor Ramon, bro.
That's what
he's
Razor
Ramon, Mr. Perfect, Alberto Del Rio. Well, at least Alberto got the belt. Well, he got
right,
the belt.
yeah, but those guys, right? If there were 2 belts back then, those guys would have had one of them. But with only 1 belt, you've got Hogan or Macho or Warrior at the top.
Right, correct. Yeah, man, he's just that guy, right? He's just like he's the English Damian Priest right now.
Yeah, and Damian Priest isn't doing much of anything.
No,
he's wrestled a lot fewer matches this year. There was a whole thing that came out like a significant drop. I don't know why, but we got more comments from Jassim. Gunther cannot retire Brock Lesnar. Just Brock Lesnar's a beast. We'll get into that. I want to see Brock Lesnar retire Gunther. Well, that's just not going to happen. Gunther can try to retire Brock Lesnar, but he's not going to. Brock Lesnar's a beast, but let him try, though. I know he's not going to do it. Let him try. I dare him to. Gunther.
Hey, listen, I want to see it.
Listen, that's the match everybody's wanted to see, but there has been talks that in 2026 you got AJ looking to retire, possibly Brock Lesnar. There is a date where they're in Minnesota. So there's talks that's where you could possibly have Gunther Brock and Gunther be the one to retire him. And it looks like they already set up based on Raw, which we'll get more into, Gunther retiring AJ Styles. I don't think that feud's happening now, but when AJ's final match is coming, I think Gunther's going to be the guy. I just think that's going to be his new thing going forward.
Yeah, it probably is. I guess the one question before we start talking about some of the other stuff that happened, since we brought up Gunther, and I love the energy from Jassim here.
Jassim's the best. If I was a wrestler, I would retire Gunther myself because I don't like him.
That's beautiful. Short and sweet to the point.
It also means Gunther's doing a great job.
Yeah, so
Great job.
But so now here's where I'm at. It looks like WrestleMania is going to be Punk and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Who faces Cody? Is it Gunther? Roman. Okay. So then where does Gunther just beat John Cena and retired him? Where does he factor into WrestleMania? Does he go against Brock? Does he challenge for a championship?
But that's just it. You don't need Gunther to go after the title if his main goal is to just start retiring people. Right. So maybe that's his new thing.
Right. He might have a retirement match against AJ Styles or Randy Orton or, somebody.
Yeah, those and he just might be the guy that they send him out there to retire legends. But I mean, the follow-up is really the important thing about this Gunther thing. The next couple months, 6 months, whatever it is, the follow-up to beating him.
Imagine they bring Jericho back and Jericho could have a fucking whatchamacallit with him. That'll be great. And Jericho doesn't have to go over, and he could be another legend he takes down. I don't know if he's on the contract still, but I'm just throwing names in there.
I have a feeling you're going to see Jericho at the Rumble.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, at this point, you haven't, you didn't bring him in yet for John Cena, so that might be a contract thing. But I think he's ready to go by Rumble. Jassim, because he's a bully in my eyes, and I don't like bullies, and I definitely don't like people who disrespect John Cena in his career. You're not alone, sir. A lot of people feel that way.
Yes.
Sol Ruka versus Bailey.
That was a great match. I love that girl. She's
Sol
great.
Ruka is fantastic.
He is amazing.
Unbelievable. And I'm glad that she got over on Bailey. It was a great match.
Right call. Absolute right call for her to win.
I knew, you know what was crazy? As soon as I saw Bailey and I saw her do like her first flip, I'm like, oh, this girl's going over. Something just clicked to me. I'm like, oh, this girl's going to be awesome. And right call. That's what it was. I hated for Bailey. You could just put somebody else to take that L instead of Bailey. Is Sol Ruka a face or is she more of a heel?
She's a face.
Right. So that's another reason too, right? Like why a face versus face? You should have done, maybe put a heel in there.
Well, because Bailey's a little bipolar, so she could kind of be heelish if she needed to be.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know. I just don't like Bailey losing. I think she had something good going on with this other girl in the tag team division, so I didn't want her.
But you know what? Like when you're looking at the whole card going into it with all these NXT people, you got to kind of figure you can't have all the NXT people lose. There has to be one victory, and in my head, I'm like, well, if there's going to be a victory, it's probably going to be Sol Ruka Bailey
for sure.
So
hence the reason why I didn't like Bailey being there. Not that I wanted Bailey to win. I didn't. Sol Ruka deserves to win. I'm just saying somebody else could have taken that slot.
Like a Nia Jax or something.
Or they could have put Bird Lady in her place.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit if she
Bird
loses.
Lady. Worst case, right? She could take it out.
I love how we call her Bird Lady.
It's great.
I still don't know her name. Lyra Valkyrie, is it?
Lyra Valkyrie.
I do know her name.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the girl that manages Sol Ruka or walks her down to the ring. They're tag team partners or friends or something.
Yeah.
But the girl has a very severe haircut with the sides shaved. And then she's got this makeup, like this gothic makeup. And then she has no tattoos. What the fuck? Can we get one? Get one spider web for fuck's sake.
Well, listen, sir. She let her get to the main roster and let her make some money. Yeah, right. She's NXT paycheck. She's probably, those paychecks aren't main roster paychecks. You know what I mean?
But I was like, Jesus Christ, like you're out here dressed like this Hot Topic goth girl and you have no tattoos. Like, how is that? Like, it just doesn't seem possible.
That's so funny. AJ Lee. Wow. They did.
She should be part of the tag team.
She should be. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Leon Slater and Javon Evans. I mean, all four of those guys are phenomenal. So,
yeah,
you're getting a great match. I mean, it ended obviously the way you thought it would. I would like to see AJ have one final run in TNA before he hangs it up. And maybe go against Javon Evans for that X Division championship because AJ Styles was Mr. X Division in the beginning.
I would put the heavyweight strap, TNA strap on him, and that's the one he gets. Then that's his final run, a TNA title that he gets to defend on SmackDown or Raw. I think that'll be pretty awesome.
Oh, that could be interesting. And then you start to branch TNA out onto the main roster.
Yeah, because they took the TNA title off of Mike Santana.
And they did already? That was short.
Oh, my God. Like, out of nowhere, and they gave it to Kazarian, who, listen, I mean, Kazarian is a day one guy and very deserving, but all that build for Santana, I think they did it, and they're going to have Santana win it back when they premiere on the new network. I think that was probably the decision behind it.
Right. I think the idea is that it was supposed to build, like, fan support or frustration and whatever, and you really want to see a title change, and then do it on the new.
So for the pop on the inaugural show then.
Yeah, because they're playing it with a story of like now he's basically acting like how do you call it? He's like frustrated with the company. He thinks like TNA doesn't have his back and all this stuff. And they handpicked a different guy and he's just not the guy that they want to be leading the charge and all that. So they really want fans to like organically get around this. Can be like, no, he's our guy. We want Santana to be the guy. So that's where that's going.
Well, and he's already has that support, but from the fans.
Right. But I think they like you said, they want to get that kind of heat for a title change on the first episode of TNA on AMC.
Right.
When does it start? When is the first date?
I don't remember. Soon.
I might have to watch that.
I'm going to check out the debut. It's going to be, it's a network that everybody has. It's A&E, so you have basic cable.
Thursday, January 15th from 9 to 11.
Oh, so about a month away.
Yeah.
2 hours. Good time. Thursdays.
Yeah, it's a slot where there's no wrestling on.
Right. It's a great slot.
You now officially have wrestling every goddamn day of the week.
Yeah. Good slot. The only thing that sucks for them is Thursday night football when it comes back, but that's only 17 weeks, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. We had a nice little impromptu situation with The Miz cutting a great promo, which then gets interrupted by R-Truth, which is always gold. And then say his name, and he appeared. And we got Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry and R-Truth took it to The Miz. I did some John Cena saluting, if you will, with the "you can't see me" and all that stuff. It was a fun segment. It was cool to get you set up and ready for the end of John Cena. What an entrance, though, to that crowd was fantastic. And it was great to see all those guys ringside, like RVD and Mark Henry and Haku.
Oh, that was crazy.
And even Elias.
Yeah.
Notice they didn't even mention Elias, but he was there.
Kevin Owens and Elias sitting next to each other. The two
Yep.
guys that hated each other.
Yeah, they probably traveled together.
That's awesome.
Any updates on Kevin Owens?
No. That I haven't heard anything. I guess his injury was really legit.
Oh, it was definitely legit. I think he had surgery.
Right. It's the same thing as maybe not the same thing, but him and Big E both had spinal injuries. So like that's not a guarantee that you even come back from that.
Yeah.
And you don't come back from it quickly. Like they were already saying he was going to be out for at least a year if it's not a career ender.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw opened the way that it needed to. You had to open with Gunther.
Yeah.
The nuclear heat, the minute his music hit, was great. Gunther's demeanor, his attitude towards everyone, that smirk. And then basically calling John Cena a bitch. I loved everything about that segment, that promo. Gunther just taking all the heat in. Leaving, coming back, standing on the announce table. I loved every bit of it. Then he walks backstage. He gets greeted by Pierce, who calls him an asshole, which, I mean, for what he said, yeah, he's an asshole. But at the end of the day, he beat Cena clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he did his job. So he might be an asshole, but you tell him to leave? Like, Gunther should have just said, fuck all you. I'm just going to leave anyway. Or like something.
Dude, the first thing he does is go backstage and he meets Otis, Nakazawa, and R-Truth. Could you put one fucking main eventer back there to confront
R-Truth, I get.
Yes, R-Truth, I get.
Otis and Tozawa, I don't really get that. But then the other thing that didn't make sense, how did AJ Styles know to be leaning on his Mercedes outside? Like, did he know Pierce was going to throw him out of the building? Right. So that just seemed kind of weird. And then AJ just doesn't say anything to him. But the best part was when Gunther gets in the car and he's driving off and he lowers the window and he does such a half-ass, you can't see me, like, it's such a joke. Like,
right.
Gunther is great. He really is. He's doing it great. And I do think they are setting up, obviously, him and AJ. I just don't think that's going to be his first feud, especially if they're going to do the whole retirement thing, because I believe AJ said he will be around for all of 2026.
And if he's going to be having like one last run, you don't start the run with Gunther, you end it with Gunther.
Right.
I don't know, man. Gunther. I knew Gunther was going to win, and I figured if he passed out in a sleeper or he pinned John Cena, that'd be great. Now that he tapped out John Cena, it really, I don't want to say it fucks up WrestleMania, but it definitely, like, Gunther has to be in the conversation for a title match now. I just think, like, he's got Gunther, wherever Gunther was on the WrestleMania card 3 weeks ago, he's higher on the card now.
You're not wrong, but again, you can. Well, but there's so many options that you can do with him now that keeps him away from the world title picture. Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles. Like, there's so many. I mean, shit. You could call up Oba. I would love to see Oba versus Gunther, or Oba versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
are you fucking kidding me?
Whoever Oba gets called up on has to come up and win his first match, his first feud, whatever it is. I wouldn't want to put him up against Gunther because I wouldn't want Gunther to lose this soon, and I wouldn't want Oba to lose this soon.
Well,
like this guy, Oba.
And listen, Oba's NXT champion, so and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So
no, but he should, like, that Saturday should be. It was an audition for all of them, but Obafemi,
that was a grand slam for Obafemi.
It was absolutely. He's a made guy. I think all of the NXT people who got featured, Javon.
Well, Javon's already pretty much called up. He's wrestling every week. Sol Ruka's on her way for sure.
Yeah,
she nailed it. And Oba is guaranteed as soon as he drops that NXT title, he's on the main roster.
I want Obafemi. Do you remember the movie 300 when Xerxes, the ball, he came out and he's got all the gold chains and stuff hanging off of him? I want Obafemi to have all those chains, so when he walks and he bounces, all the chains go ching, 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 and it sounds like armor, and he's walking to the ring. I want, like, this guy's such a brick shithouse. Like, oh my God.
He's just unbelievable. Tara, Oba should be the one to retire Brock. I don't know. Jassim, they should do a loser leave town match, and Gunther should leave WWE forever. I don't want him in WWE. Listen, the fact that you feel that way just tells me that Gunther's just doing a great job. They reestablished the Usos and the New Day feud. Another outstanding match between those two teams, as you would expect. I will say this. One thing that this showed is that the Usos are so much better together than separate. Jay looks so much better when he's with his brother than when he's doing it on his own. You know, that time that he has to catch his breath and tag out and, you know, all that stuff, especially since, you know, they're exhausted by the time they even get to the ring with all the eating, you know?
Now here's what my wonder is. I mentioned it maybe last week or the week before when they first reunited. I was like, oh, this isn't going to be like when Brett and Owen got back together before that WrestleMania. Oh, we're never going to split up. We're going to be a tag team for life. And the next thing you know, they're feuding against each other again. So I don't know now. Because in my head, I was like, this is going to be a short-term thing that leads to a feud between these two guys, and it kind of furthers the Roman, Usos, bloodline, whatever thing when Roman finally comes back. But maybe they're just together now. Maybe we're just riding this tag team thing for as long as we can ride it and then split them up.
Listen, this can also be the beginnings of the bloodline getting back together. Possibly bringing Jacob into the mix on their side now. Maybe bringing Zilla in. I mean, there's still tons of Usos that can come up. And so maybe they rekindle the bloodline. Even bring Sammy back into the mix without Paul Heyman. I mean, you could.
Yeah. No, I think it's possible.
It's the same thing they're doing with the girls, I think, in a way. They have to find something to do for them. But for some reason, for me, it feels a little like pushed. Like, yeah, they're in it, and I just don't see like Jimmy's in his promo be like completely in it. You know, like he's there, he's eating, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's something there. There's something brewing.
I don't know. I didn't get that at all.
I just feel like I don't know. Like especially his first promo. It was like, yeah, he's there with his brother, this and that. And his brother's talking about being together. They're better together, or something like that. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but something
Well,
about
that
being,
was pretty much it. I mean,
yeah, being together, like being better together, or something like that. I kind of saw like his face wasn't like, yeah, it was more like, yeet. Like, I don't know. You talking shit. I don't know. But they're definitely getting the strap. They're definitely getting the strap. Obviously, let's see what they do afterwards.
Then that means we're gonna get an Usos Wyatt feud.
Oh, that's light work.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, your boys show up once in a while.
Well, they're feuding now with Solo and the MFTs.
Yeah, they're about to get their ass beat.
So far, sir, have you been watching? They might.
No, ain't no way. They definitely gonna take the belt.
I'm not betting against my Wyatts.
I can tell. I am.
No, I'm all about Uncle Howdy. How are we feeling about Maxine Dupree? Ivy Nile this week defending the IC title, her first title defense, and she retains her IC title.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it.
She is getting a little bit better.
She's getting better
every week. She's getting a little bit. Like you could tell, she's putting in the work. I will say that.
Yeah, it's a little clunky, and it's not her. I mean,
it is clunky.
You put her in with another girl who's, both of them are kind of. They're both relatively new.
Yeah, it is.
So there was just some. Yeah, you already know what I'm talking about now. But I was just watching. Sometimes it's like there were little things that just weren't like super smooth or super crisp. I'm like, all right, I see what you were trying to do. And she has this move. The girl was trying to slam her, but Maxine caught her with like a head scissor, but it didn't really, and like DDT'd her with her legs, but it didn't really look, I don't know, it didn't look as good as it could have.
You know what else I noticed 2 weeks in a row with her? She does that sit out power bomb, but she lands before the opponent lands. Like you hear her ass hit the mat, and then you see the opponent's back hit the mat, and it's like, and that's 2 weeks in a row. So I mean, listen, there are things that need
better, Steve.
She is.
She's getting better.
This is improvement.
He just said that 2 weeks in a row she did this bullshit.
Al, tell me I'm wrong.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You haven't seen any improvement out of Maxine Dupree.
Not week by week the way you do. You're just seeing her with them googly eyes. Like, no.
I actually listen.
See that.
Let's not get anything twisted. This has nothing to do with whether or not I actually am not very attracted to Maxine Dupree. She looks very horsey to me. So that doesn't come into play. It's Vince, back me up here. You haven't seen improvement.
But it's like, again, it's like going from like a 3 out of 10 to like a 4 out of 10. So, it's fine. And I gotta get
good enough.
Not enough.
Listen, I'm not saying she's Becky Lynch fucking caliber, guys.
Yeah. She's got a little bit of the, what's her name that you don't like? She's got a little bit of the Zoe Stark face thing going on. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I can see why you don't find. Yeah, you don't like her as much as you would like other female wrestlers visually. That makes sense.
Listen, she's no Liv Morgan.
No, I mean, Jesus.
No,
nobody
Roxanne
is.
Perez, I can keep going. Stephanie Valkyrie. I mean, fucking even Nikki Bella. Say what you want about her wrestling. She's fucking hot.
She ain't even what's her face? The Asian lady that the big guy from AEW.
What?
What the fuck?
Mia Yim.
Mia, yeah. She ain't even her. Like she's a much better wrestler than her.
All right, Tara is a straight woman, and she's seen improvement in Maxine Dupree. So we've got somebody objective actually watching the
show. Speaking of Stephanie Vaquer, we got Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. That was a good match, actually. It was a great match, and even Nikki Bella's interference was solid. That was the best I've seen Nikki Bella look since she returned, to be honest with you. She didn't have to do much, but it was just what she did. She delivered it well. Yeah, I didn't hate that this week.
Well,
and it keeps her in the mix. So you're obviously setting up a triple threat for the title.
Yeah.
She's always been better as a heel.
Yes, 100%.
It's a lot easier to sell as a heel. So it all,
That's true.
It works out for her. And I liked it too.
It's fine. It's Nikki Bella. I'm never going to be blown away by anything she does. So, like, it's fine. Like, I don't know. I feel like with both the men, like in the men's and the women's division, we should have a 40 or over championship for the men. So CM Punk and all the old guys can fight over the 40 and up world title. And then for the women, we should have like a 35 and up championship. So all the old like AJ Lee and Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch can all go fighting like the scene. It's like when you get Arnold Palmer and Greg Norman on the senior PGA
But AJ
tour.
Lee is still wrestling top quality.
She's fine, but she's only wrestled twice. So
and she looked great the 2 times.
Yeah, she looked fine. Yeah, she looked fine. I mean,
she looked much better than Nikki fucking Bella.
She looked better than Maxine Dupree. Yes, absolutely. We're all on board.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Had to.
Rey Mysterio, Logan Paul. Logan Paul still delivers great matches. Great matches. Rey Mysterio's Rey. I mean, he delivers. I thought the match was great. And then, of course, you had the chaos with Braun Breaker, which CM Punk came out earlier, cuts a promo. This is now CM Punk's chance to retaliate against Braun Breaker's 2 promos in a row that were just fire. And CM Punk delivered as he does. Cut a great promo. Basically told him, better keep AJ's name out your mouth. And then shit all over the Steiners. And made it personal on Steiner's side. And then in the end, Bronson and Logan took it to CM Punk, and then of course we got the final reveal of the Masked Man, and as we all speculated, they didn't change course.
Nope.
It is Austin Theory, and I got to tell you, the crowd had very little reaction, which is what I was afraid of.
Of course.
I will say this. I like his new look. I like the shaved head.
He kept his mouth fully closed. That was nice.
But that's about all I liked.
Yeah.
It was very underwhelming, as we predicted. We said weeks ago, it's Austin Theory, we're going to be underwhelmed, and we're underwhelmed.
One question.
Yeah.
You said it was okay, but you say you like what you saw. The guy didn't move, didn't blink, didn't talk, didn't walk, but you liked what you saw.
He liked the haircut specifically. Yeah.
I liked the shaved head. That's all I liked, and the fact that he did nothing else. I'm disappointed. Again, Austin Theory never did anything for me prior.
Yep.
And I'm just afraid I'm not going to listen. Maybe this is going to be a new thing. He joins the Vision. If he says very little and he just wrestles and he changes his wrestling a little bit and his attitude, I don't know. Maybe he can turn me around. But right now, like, I would have rather it been an NXT person or something. Like, let it be somebody on the NXT roster that you want to, give the, it's like almost like, I mean, you can use Evolution, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you grab guys like Randy Orton and Batista, you put them in with guys like Ric Flair and Triple H, you made them stars. So you could have potentially made somebody a star. But they went with Austin Theory. I mean, listen, he's been loyal. He's been around for a while. So, I mean, we'll see what he can do with it. But at this very moment, I'm disappointed.
Is he a star? Like, that's the not that he, or I shouldn't put it that way, because obviously whoever you pick to put in that position isn't going to be a star right away. They have to be made into one. Based on the things we've seen from Austin Theory over the last 3 to 5 years.
Does nothing for me.
I'm the same way. I don't think that him being the new Black Scorpion, taking his mask off and being the man under the mask.
I am to blame that a few weeks ago, I said, let's give him a chance.
Fucker.
And I was agreeing with myself So I got to see his face.
Yeah, you saw his face. Like, God damn it!
I said, God damn it, they were right. This guy fucking sucks.
Just remember, the rumors started that it was him because women saw his ass and said that's Austin Theory's ass, and they were right. It was his ass.
That was America's ass. There it was.
It's so disappointing.
Did you notice at the end of that thing? Because he ran into the ring and curb stomped somebody, right? Like he ran in.
No, it was on. Wasn't it on the announce table?
Yeah. But then Punk ran out with a chair, and Punk looked so much like, I don't know, just like somebody's dad who is tired of chasing a kid around the room. Like he got,
God damn it, I told you to stop.
He got into the ring and leaned the chair down so he could like lean on it and catch his breath. I was like, oh my God, Punk, you got to do so. And the sides, like, listen, we all get it. There comes a time for every guy where he needs to acknowledge that the hair is gone. Punk has these 2 divots on the side of his temples that go most of the way back on his head. He looks like Grandpa Munster from the Munsters.
He should just shave his head like he had to
shave it, or get
like when he was doing what was that fucking
Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society. He should just shave his head again,
or find the guy that like ask John Cena, hey, who did your hair implants? I need to go to that guy because John Cena's hair looks great now.
Yeah, he got tired of hearing about it, so we got implants.
Could you imagine? But dude, I know you have been doing what John Cena should have done and shaved his head, and you've been doing it for a while. But could you imagine TV?
But I actually have hair. I just chose to do it this way.
You don't have a spot on the back. Oh,
I've been doing this since high school.
So
it's just much easier to maintain.
But dude, I just couldn't imagine 4K TV, all these expensive cameras. You're John Cena, and if you're standing there at certain angles, they just catch the back of your head, this big nest egg, goose egg thing on the back of your head. Oh my God.
It's so true.
That sucks.
Oh.
But
so you like never had hair, Steve?
No, I had tons of hair. My family was devastated that I shaved it off. I literally just came home one day with a shaved head. But I used to have like long hair, like shoulder hair, length hair.
What?
This is just much easier to maintain. Yeah, I haven't really fucked with hair since freshman year of high school.
You've been shaving your head for that long?
Yeah, I'm using the same buzzer too. Fucking cheap as hell. Yeah. I do it myself in the bathroom once a week. That's it.
Happy
Wake up
Hanukkah.
Like this. I don't have to.
Happy fucking Hanukkah, Steve. Oh my
God.
God.
It just happened. I had the right head for it. So we're not.
My boy, you buy one shaver for your head, you never have to buy another one.
You know, you gotta save.
I have to pay a barber? I'm not paying the barber.
Fuck am I gonna pay that guy $20? I'm using the same $20 buzzer. And I got a tip.
That's
when I bought it was $20. That same buzzer now is probably $50.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no, they said pay the barber $20. I'm like, barbers are crazy nowadays.
Dude.
Well, I used to have a barber. I would just throw a dime bag and he would do it for me.
Oh, nice. Yo, didn't hear about this thing? There's like I don't know if it's real, but they're saying, there's an issue with like certain barbershop that started charging $100 a cut.
I saw that.
Like,
that was all over. Broke. I saw it. Yeah.
We're fighting. If I get out of that barber chair and you tell me it's $100, we are fighting on the spot.
Nah, I'm like Steve. I'm gonna call Steve to ask him what the buzzer is that he got because I'm not. There's no way.
Just come visit me. I'll do it for you.
Me and Junior taking a visit to Uncle Steve's.
Dude, I got a guy, and he's like, it's like $30 to do the hair and the beard, which ain't bad. And he speaks like no English. I go into the hood. I found a Hispanic barber shop. These guys do the cheapest, quickest haircuts.
Absolutely.
And they're good quality. And me and him, I know very little Spanish, and he speaks very little English. So it's such a...
But y'all make it work.
We make it work. And then one time I showed him a picture because I was trying to decide if I wanted to shave into a mustache and keep the mustache with like some stubble. So I was showing him some pictures. He's like, no. He's like, I know what to do. And then he like trimmed my beard down and did the thing. I'm like, okay, I trust you. We don't speak the same language. I can give you like 7th grade or freshman year of high school Spanish phrases. I can ask you where the bathroom is. Please just cut my hair the right way. And he does. He's awesome.
He's doing what you're doing.
He's really good at it. Like I'm happy I found that place. And for $30 when everywhere else is way more.
Yeah. It's bad.
So guys, we're just about top of the hour. Anything else you guys want to mention before we take it home for the night?
Yeah, man, about John Cena's retirement. It's just always good to know that Goldberg fucking sucks. So fuck Goldberg.
I was waiting. I knew we were looping back around.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Funny.
Goldberg's gonna kick my ass one day. This is gonna be great.
I'm so glad we met Goldberg at that convention before you came on the show.
Oh man, that's great.
We took a picture with Goldberg collectively, and I ended up accidentally standing. I accidentally
have a picture with Goldberg,
but I stood behind.
I have a picture with Goldberg.
Yeah, I like stood behind Steve and Eric. Like we were trying to space each other out, but I think I completely got blocked out of the picture. Because we were doing that thing where, like, you're standing on one side with your arms out,
squaring up.
Yeah. Goldberg was squaring up on the other side. Goldberg, old man, squaring up with you at the convention, even though it's a joke for a picture. Oh, you look at that, you go, oh man, if I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Al, I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, it's got to be on our Instagram or something, or
I have
Facebook.
It somewhere.
All right, well, I think that about does it. Goldberg fucking sucks, according to Al, and that is how we close out our Tuesday nights. Oh man, thank you guys so much for tuning in for us tonight. Big weekend, the retirement of John Cena, leading up to some big things soon enough. The Netflix 1-year anniversary, the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then leading up to WrestleMania in just a few months. Time flies when you're having fun.
Unreal 2 also coming to Netflix.
Oh, the next season of
Season
Unreal.
2. Yep.
Excellent. And I'm sure we've mentioned this, but it's right around our 11th anniversary of the show. We've been doing it 11 years, and we couldn't do it without people listening and commenting and liking and subscribing. So thank you. Whether you've been listening for 10 or 11 years or you've just been listening for the last year or two, we're on the ride together. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Tara and Jasim and everybody else that were in the comments tonight. Leave a like, leave a share, all that good stuff on your way out the door. To find our live stream, just go to either Facebook or YouTube and search for us. Go to facebook.com, type tag me a date in the search, and you can hit the thumbs up to like our page. The live stream will show up in your news feed 9 p.m. Tuesdays. If you go to YouTube, type tag me a date in the search bar, you will get to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified when we go live Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. on Eastern Time. If you prefer an audio version instead of a video version of the podcast, you can go to Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. Type in Tag Me a Date, type in The War Report. You'll see our logo that's in the top right corner there of your screen. It'll say Vince and Steve and our names. You'll know it's us by the description and the graphic. Hit subscribe, and we get that audio over to you sometime between Tuesday night and Wednesday. We rip the audio from the live stream and upload it to the podcast apps. And of course, follow us at Tag Me a Date. Tag Me a Date, all one word, on Instagram, Twitter /X, Facebook, and YouTube. And on TikTok, we are The War Report Podcast, and that's all one word, The War Report Podcast. We post shorts and reels during the week leading up to Tuesday's show. With all that being said, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of The War Report After Dark. Have a great week.